Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and today we're going to be talking about Tempered Nergigante. Last night we did our first couple of attempts on a live stream. In case you guys want to go watch that, you can see me struggle against the beast because he is quite the beast indeed. I did the first couple of attempts by myself, and then I was joined in multiplayer by Dark Hero CC. Dark Hero CC was with me throughout the whole live stream, so if you guys like Dark Hero and you like his content, you might want to check out that live stream. Was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun. Both of us fought him solo at the start, and then we joined in multiplayer to just have some fun and farm the remaining tickets. I still haven't gotten all the tickets to get all of the things that you need to get. I'll be talking about the Gamma armor set as well as the layered armor that you are going to get further in the video. But for now, let me give you guys a couple of tips as to what you can expect from Tempered Nergigante. So the main thing that he is going to have is a new attack. I mean, he's considerably faster than regular Nergigante or even Tempered Nergigante, but the most deadly thing that he has is this new dive bomb, which is, it's just super fast. I wouldn't even call it like a dive bomb. It's just like he pounces you. He basically goes up into the air and then suddenly slams down super fast. It gives you very little time to actually react to it, which makes it quite deadly. As is to be expected, he's going to be dishing out a lot more damage, so make sure that all of your armor pieces are fully upgraded as well as augmented to the maximum, because otherwise, you know, all of that damage that he's already dealing, which is almost feels unreasonable to even augmented armor, is going to feel even more unreasonable. Like, you get hit by his mega dive bomb, forget about it. You get hit by his new pouncing attack that he does. If he happens to be enraged, that's going to be like 80 to 70% of your health pool. And even just the little punches that he does when you're sitting in front of him, those are also going to deal tremendous amounts of damage. So pretty much anything that he does just does a lot of damage. So be aware of that. At the very beginning of this fight, he is going to start in the very first area that you usually fight monsters, as opposed to start in area 16. So one of the first things that you'll want to do naturally is drop the big rocks on top of him, because that is a lot of damage. You do not want to waste that. So put in the work, lure him over, drop the rocks on top of him, get that early damage in, because it is going to be very useful for you. Now, other than getting those rocks in, be aware of the fact that he is considerably faster. There is going to be a turf war once you get to the second area of the fight. Do not intervene too much until the turf war is triggered. So like if you see that the other monster pops in, do not just jump on top of Nergigante instantly, because you might cancel the turf war if you're not careful. It actually happened to me earlier today. So just let them trigger the turf war. Once they trigger the turf war, it should be fairly safe for you to go in there, dish out as much damage as you possibly can. Be careful that even when he limps away, sometimes he will not go to his nest. He will just go to a different area and, you know, keep attacking you. His behavior becomes a little bit erratic when it comes time to go back to his nest. So be aware of that. Don't just expect, oh, he's going to go all the way back to the nest, because sometimes he'll just lure you to a different area and then enrage and then just beat your face in. So keep those things in mind. Another thing is, even if you have Temporal Mantle equipped, be aware that the frontal punches that he does when he just kind of like swipes at you with his claws, those are considered minor attacks, and they are not going to trigger the Temporal Mantle. And you're like, well, they don't deal that much damage anyways. In Tempered version, yes, they do. It actually got me killed a couple of times because I was like, oh, I'm safe. I got the Temporal Mantle. And then he just swiped at me twice and killed me. And I was like, wait a minute, what? What the hell happened there? Yeah, so be careful with that. Even if you are wearing Temporal Mantle, you're still particularly vulnerable to the frontal swipes that he does with his paws. So always try to come in from the side. That is going to be a little bit better for you, at least in my interpretation of what I have fought so far. Be super ready to do the Superman dive whenever he does his mega dive bomb, because that is going to happen a lot more frequently than usual. Be particularly careful of ledges. Ledges in this fight, because of just the pacing that the fight has, can be extremely deadly. Never fight close to a ledge unless you're like a pro greatsword user, whatever, and you're trying to do aerial greatsword, then whatever, dude, you do you. But Most of the other ones, you guys will want to stay away from ledges because I've gotten killed a lot of times because my character was caught off guard while he was climbing a ledge or something, and he's just so fast that he can capitalize on that, okay? If you are using my gun lance build, be careful when you spam shelling because sometimes he's able to interrupt your shelling and punish you, so you might want to go shell poke instead of shell, reload, shell, reload. You might want to go shell poke. So keep that in mind if you're using that particular build. Other than that, it's just like, it's going to be a matter of practice. This is very much a practice type battle. If you are using any of the other weapons in the game or any of my builds, it's just going to be about muscle memory and practice and learning the moveset. However, there is a weapon that, in my opinion, has a distinct advantage over the other two weapons that I've used. I haven't tried out bow guns. You guys know that bow guns isn't really my thing, or bow. However, I did try Insect Glaive earlier today. And yeah, Insect Glaive makes this fight considerably easier than any other weapon. And when I say Insect Glaive, I'm talking about aerial Insect Glaive. So this is a very basic set that I'm going to be showing you guys here. It's got like nothing special about it whatsoever. This is the Drachen set with just a couple of jewels added on top. We're using the Glaive Spark because he is 3 times weak to lightning. If you don't have the Glaive Spark, just use whatever lightning Insect Glaive you can get your hands on and you should be fine. At least that would be my advice, because you're going to want an elemental Insect Glaive for this particular build, because it's going to take advantage of the Drachen aerial set where you deal more elemental damage when you are attacking from the air. So anyways, on the Drachen Armament, we're going to put a Physique Jewel and an Attack Jewel 1. And I understand, not everybody's going to have Physique Jewels. There's a very easy solution to that. See that Shock Charm over there? Everybody can get Shock Jewels. Literally everybody. Do not even try to tell me you can't. You can get them from the Melder. Go watch my Melder video. It is super easy to get Shock Jewels from the Melder, okay? Don't even at me. So if you don't have Physique Jewels, just craft yourself the Physique Charm, which is not that hard either. So just get your 3 Physique, in my opinion. Get those 3 Physique. If you don't want that, get something else. Get whatever the hell you prefer. But either way, for me, I went with Physique Jewels. If you instead get the Charm, just replace the Physique Jewels with Shock Jewels and you'll be fine. It's the same thing. Super easy. So anyways, we got Drachen Armament Alpha, Physique Jewel, Attack Jewel 1, Physique Jewel on the Drachen Male, Tenderizer Jewel 2 of them in the Drachen Vambraces Alpha, Physique Jewel on the Drachen Coil, and Tenderizer Jewel on the Drachen Greaves. And before anybody tries to tell me that I pronounced Drachen in a weird way, this is the proper way to pronounce Drachen. It is a German word, and therefore I try to pronounce things correctly. So if you take issue with that, too fucking bad. Moving right along, once you get this build done, you're going to have these particular skills: Critical Eye level 6, Attack Boost level 4, Thunder Attack level 3, Critical Boost level 3, Weakness Exploit level 3, Constitution level 3, Power Prolonger level 1, which is a side effect of one of the pieces, but it's also useful if you're using an Insect Glaive, Airborne level 1, as well as Critical Element level 1, and you're going to have the full set bonus of Soul of the Dragoon, which gives you Elemental Airborne, increases the amount of damage that you deal with elements from aerial attacks, and the Master's Touch, which makes sure that you do not lose sharpness when you crit. Now, the reason using an Insect Glaive in a set similar to this is so much more efficient than anything else is because while you are in the air, he doesn't do its most deadliest attack nearly as often. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if it's intended to be like that. But the attack that we spoke of earlier, the pounce, he does not do that pounce like not even a third of the times that you will do it if you are with a grounded weapon. So if you just stay in the air with your Insect Glaive, you are going to be pretty much safe throughout 90% of the fight. It's literally that simple. Just stay on his wings, deal as much damage as you possibly can on his wings, constantly leap back and forth. That's why the Physique Jewels are there, to keep you in the air for as long as possible. And just like stick to his wings, keep those aerial attacks coming, and you will destroy him. This is by far the most efficient as well as the easiest way of killing Tempered Nergigante at this point from all of the stuff that I've tried out. All of the other builds that I put up, they also work. If you want to use your own weapon, feel free to do so. I'm sure that you can kill him with whatever weapon you want. It's not like he's impossible or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you want to go easy mode, this is probably the easiest, not even the easiest build, just like the easiest weapon. Just use whatever aerial Insect Glaive build you like to use. Try it out. It just feels like it was insane, considering the struggle that I had last night, compared it with what I went through this morning. And this is probably what I'm going to be using to farm the remainder of the tickets in order to get all of the pieces of the armor set and all that stuff. This is what I'm going to be using. Now, in terms of the armor set itself, I mean, I didn't put that at the start of the video, mostly because I feel like probably a big majority of you already watched the leaked version. I don't like going after the leaked armor sets, but either way, here's what the armor looks like. It looks very much like Nergigante's armor. You can see the golden accents. That is the stuff that I painted. As a matter of fact, let me actually change the armor pigment here real quick, because I'm just curious if that helmet's going to change color. Okay, there is a piece of the helmet that doesn't change color at the very tippy top. It remains orange, but, you know, you got the spikes this time around. They're all pretty much black, which is pretty cool. So, you know, the armor looks good. And then in terms of the actual skills that you can get with this armor, the most important pieces, in my opinion, are going to be the gloves, which come with 1 attack boost because attack decorations are rare as hell, and they also have a reasonable amount of sockets, and the pants. Naturally, the pants being the best thing since sliced bread. They come with 3 attack boost and 2 level 2 decoration slots. They're pretty good. Overall, the armor set is decent. It is not the best. Like, Drachen still feels a little bit better, but it's also going to depend on build at this point, because this also comes with haste and recovery. It also comes with maximum might, so I will probably be doing some kind of build that will utilize Nergigante 3-piece bonus, because there are some good pieces. I also like the armor, which comes with like 2 big decoration slots, a level 3, a level 2, and a level 1, which is pretty damn beefy. That was one of the first pieces that I actually really liked. I don't care for the helmet all that much. Stamina Surge and Agitator, I don't tend to use Agitator all that much, even though Agitator is good. But I think we can do a good Charge Blade set with this. And yeah, we'll see about doing a set using these pieces. But yeah, these are the pieces for Nergigante. Most important stuff, like I said, probably chest, gloves, and legs. Legs being by far like the most meta piece that you can get out of this set. Now, you're going to need 5 Nergigante tickets, which means, depending on your luck, you might have to defeat him 5 times if you want to build a full armor set. And then there's also the layered armor that I haven't gotten yet, but it's basically Ryu layered armor. And you're going to need 2 tickets for that, as well as a couple of these Street Fighter tickets. Luckily, we are in the Spring Festival, so if you don't have those Street Fighter tickets, you can just go do whatever events you need to do in order to get those. I think it's actually going to be the challenge stuff at the arena upstairs to get the Street Fighter tickets that you need for this. But either way, I still have those tickets, so I'm pretty much sorted out for that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really tell you guys about Tempered Nergigante. It's going to be the last monster that we're going to be getting. I mean, the last monster, the last upscaled monster that we're going to be getting, the last major content update that we're going to be getting in Monster Hunter World before Iceborne. And what a way to send off, you know? Like, really, really tough fight. But yeah, still, Extremoth remains the most challenging encounter by far, followed by the Ancient Leshen. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, I guess. If you guys are struggling with it, let me know what you are struggling with in the comment section down below. I'll try to provide answers to the best of my ability. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button. If you're new here, if you want to keep up to date with all the videos that I put out, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, stay strong, and may your shields never break.